Level 1. Recruit. The day you raise your hand. You are 19 years old. You sign the paper on a Tuesday morning. The recruiter shakes your hand. Firm, professional. No smile. That should have told you something. You ship out in 11 days. You don't sleep well for any of them. Boot camp starts before sunrise on day 1. An instructor you will never see smile stands 6 inches from your face and tells you that everything you think you know about yourself is wrong. He's not being dramatic, he's being accurate. The first week breaks 4 people in your unit. They don't leave quietly, they just disappear one morning. Beds empty, names erased from the roster. You don't ask where they went. You focus on the next hour, just the next hour. That becomes your survival strategy. Your hands blister, your legs stop feeling like yours. Your brain runs on 4 hours of sleep and pure stubbornness, but you don't quit. That's the first thing Special Forces teaches you. Not tactics, not weapons, just don't quit. Everything else comes after. Level 2, Basic Soldier. You belong now. 6 months later, you graduate. Your family is in the stands. Your mother cries. Your father stands very straight and says nothing. That means more than words. You are now a basic soldier, E1, bottom rank. You know almost nothing. You are trusted with almost nothing. Your job is simple. Follow orders, carry gear, don't complain. Learn. You are stationed at a base that smells like diesel and dry grass. Your bunk is the bottom one. Your sergeant takes your top bunk and says nothing about it. You do not argue. Your days are physical. Drills, runs, range time, drills again. You are building a body that the military owns now. That's not a metaphor. That's the contract. The pay is $1,800 a month. You don't care about the money yet. You care about proving something. To them, to yourself, to the version of you that almost quit on day 3. Level 3, Specialist, the first real test. 2 years in, you've been promoted twice. You've qualified on 3 weapon systems. You've spent 40 days in the field on a training exercise that felt anything but fake. Then one morning your CO calls you in. You're being considered for Special Forces selection. You sit with that sentence for a moment. Yes, sir. Selection is not a training course. It's a filter. The military's way of finding out who you actually are when everything comfortable is removed. Duty pay, close to 6 figures annually. You send most of it home. There's nothing to spend it on here. 3 weeks in, your first contact.
No sleep schedule. No predictable meals. Constant movement. Constant evaluation. Instructors who say nothing to your face but write everything down. You carry a 65-pound ruck through mountain terrain at 2 a.m. Your knees are screaming. The man next to you drops out on day 11. He was the strongest guy in your unit. You learn something important in that moment. Strength is not the thing that carries you. The thing that carries you has no name. You just keep moving. You pass selection by the smallest possible margin, but a pass is a pass. Level 5, Special Forces Candidate, the Q course. Now the real training begins. The Special Forces Qualification course. They call it the Q course. It will take between 1 and 2 years of your life. You learn languages. You learn field medicine. You learn to set up a communications network in the middle of nowhere with equipment that looks 20 years old. You learn to walk into a village where nobody speaks your language, where nobody trusts you, and leave 3 weeks later with allies. That last skill is the hardest one. They don't teach it in a classroom. You either have it or you slowly develop it. You develop it, slowly, painfully, with mistakes that your instructors let you make on purpose, because mistakes in training are lessons. Mistakes in the field are funerals. By the time you finish the Q course, you are not the same person who signed that paper. That person was soft in ways he didn't know existed. You wear the green beret for the first time in a cold morning in November. Nobody cheers. Nobody makes a speech. Your sergeant shakes your hand. Same grip as the recruiter did years ago. Same no smile. But this time, you understand what it means. Level 6. Warrant Officer. The invisible rank. Year 8. You've been promoted into something most civilians don't know exists. Warrant Officer. The technical expert rank. Not quite officer, not quite enlisted. Something in between that holds everything together. You are the most experienced operator on your team now. Officers come and go. Commanders rotate every 12 to 18 months. You stay. That makes you the institutional memory, the one who knows where every body is buried. Figuratively. Mostly. You've been deployed 6 times now. 4 different countries, 2 of which you legally cannot name. You're told what to do, not always why. You learn to operate in that gap between the order and the reason. Some men can't do that. They need it to make sense. You stop needing it to make sense around year 5. That's either professional maturity or something you should probably talk to someone about.
Level 7. Captain. Command, weight, consequence. Year 11. You have a commission now. Officers training completed between deployments. Your team calls you sir. The ones who've known you longest say it with a very slight edge. You allow it, because you remember what it felt like from their side. Command at this level means something different. It means your name is on the operation, your signature on the order, your face in the debrief when things go wrong. And things go wrong. Mission 7 of your command rotation. A compound in a valley. Intelligence said 4 combatants. Reality said 11. Everyone comes home, but the mission objective is not achieved, and the after-action report takes 6 hours to write. You write it accurately, every detail, including the intelligence failure that was not your fault. Your CO reads it, looks at you. This report is going to create problems for some people. You look back. Yes, sir, I know. You submit it anyway. That decision will follow you. Level 8. Major. The politics begin. Year 14. The field is behind you now, more than you'd like. You are a major. You sit in rooms with maps on the walls and make decisions that other people execute. The shift is violent in a quiet way. You were built for movement, for terrain, for contact. Now you are built for briefings, for PowerPoint slides, for decisions made on information that is always slightly incomplete, slightly delayed, slightly shaped by whoever put it together. You miss the field. You don't say that out loud. Your marriage is under pressure. It's been under pressure for years. Your spouse uses the word present in a way that doesn't mean physically there. You understand what they mean. You don't know how to fix it. The job made you exceptional at being somewhere fully. It did not teach you how to come home. Level 9. Lieutenant Colonel. Power with a price. Year 18. You command a battalion now, several hundred men, multiple active deployments running simultaneously. You are connected to all of them and physically present in none of them. The report about Mission 7 came back, the one you filed accurately. It moved slowly through the system for 7 years. Now it's relevant again. There's an inquiry. You are called to testify. You tell the truth again, consistent with what you wrote in Year 11. Some people above you are not happy about that. You sit across from a general you've respected your entire career. He looks tired. You could have written it differently. Yes, sir, I could have. He nods slowly. He doesn't ask you to change it, but he doesn't protect you from what comes next either. You understand the message. Level 10. Colonel. The weight of everything. Year 22. You are one of the most experienced Special Forces officers in the country. Your record is extraordinary. Your file is thick. Your name is known in rooms you've never been in. And you are also the officer who filed an accurate report in Year 11 that made certain people very uncomfortable. Promotions slow, assignments shift. Nothing is said directly, nothing ever is at this level. You are not destroyed, you are managed. There's a difference.
You learn that difference at year 22. Your body carries the inventory of 2 decades, a knee that predicts weather, a left ear that lost 30% of its range in year 9, sleep that comes in pieces rather than stretches. You have men who would follow you anywhere. You have superiors who would prefer you somewhere quiet. That tension is your daily reality now. Final level, the exit, what it cost. Year 25. You retire on a Thursday. The ceremony is brief. A folded flag, a handshake, a room full of people who know exactly what you gave and cannot say most of it out loud. You drive home afterwards, alone, because you asked for that. You sit in your car in the driveway for a long time. You think about the recruit at 19 who signed a paper on a Tuesday morning because he wanted to prove something. He proved it, several times over, in places that don't appear on maps, in moments that don't appear in any public record. The question that sits with you now, in the quiet of a driveway in a suburb that feels like a foreign country, is not whether it was worth it. You know it was worth it. The question is, who are you when the mission is over? You don't have an answer yet. You've been trained for every situation except this one. The hardest debrief of your life is the one you have with yourself, in silence, on a Thursday afternoon, when nobody is watching and nobody is grading, and you realize, for the first time in 25 years, you are completely on your own.